that I introduce to you Ms. Cynthia Swan. Cynthia.
Good evening. All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. It really is. And I really wish to recognize and honor Mary Ann. I did not realize that she was ill, and I certainly hope that she gets well soon and that things go well for her. I wish to also honor tonight's honoree, Fola Odegunme. Hopefully I said her name correctly. And the leaders, members, and friends of the Community College Association, the California Teachers Association, and obviously the National Education Association. All of us are one here together, and I really am honored that I am here for your second annual Ethnic Minority Affairs gathering, and this is just an incredible group of people that have come together. And a special thank you to Ron and to Dr. Phyllis Hall and to Linda Martin for all that they've done to make certain that I arrived and that I had this opportunity to really speak with you. And Mary Ann and I had been acquainted for quite a few years. And as all of you know, as do I, she is a treasure and a true asset to the education community broadly and to the higher education community, college community as well. When I was first asked to speak this evening, I thought I was presenting an award to Mary Ann. So I was reading along and I read all of these accolades and so much that Mary Ann has done over the years, and I just really became overwhelmed. I said, this is really going to be a hard thing to do. And then it was explained to me that my role was not to present the award, and I found that, oh, it's like I'm really relieved now because Mary Ann just had so much. She is so weighted in her experiences and all that she does. And I believe that the only next best thing that could be done was to come up with an award that honors someone who has done so much. So I am really, really pleased, and congratulations to Mary Ann and tonight's recipient for all that they do. We know that a well-educated workforce is critical to America's national security and to our ability to be competitive globally. I agree with the opinion that community colleges serve at least three significant roles: to develop a well-prepared workforce, to launch students on the path to a four-year degree, and to provide academic access for the historically disadvantaged students. Community colleges provide essential opportunities for academic and economic advancement, particularly for low-income adults. According to the recent analysis of the Department of Education data, there are approximately 1,200 community colleges, technical and junior colleges across the United States. 988 of them are public community colleges. They enroll more than 46% of all of the nation's college students, equaling approximately 6.7 million students. In part due to the economic downturn, community college enrollments increased nationally by close to 10% in 2009, which is an increase over 2008. Community colleges are the fastest growing segment of higher education. As a sector, they have added more than 2.5 million students to their ranks over the last 5 years. Now, when you consider that California has the world's largest community college system, that California has more than 2.6 million students in these community colleges, and that it is said that you serve 73% of all students enrolled in California higher education, then you must also recognize that California and you are a powerful voice in the dialogue as it relates to the policies and the direction of higher education in this nation. All of us in this room are encouraged that education has become a national priority. We saw in the 2008 political campaign that the clout and capacity of the ethnic minority community to influence, if not change, our nation's political and policy landscape as it relates to education. And we know that it is imperative that we preserve support for public education within our communities of color, those communities that are making up high percentages of enrollment in our public schools and our community colleges. If our public education systems, including community colleges, technical and career education systems, are to survive and provide the quality of education that our children deserve. And you, as leaders, have an enormous challenge and opportunity when you consider that community colleges enroll more than 50% of all African American students, more than 2/3 of all Latino students, approximately 40% of Asian American students, and the number of Native American students is still being tabulated. 39% of those students are the first in their families to attend college. They will leave your schools prepared to compete in the workforce or to move on to four-year universities. Hopefully they'll consider some of the minority-serving institutions and a career in education. But whatever they do, their successes are the successes of the American family, and that will be in no small measure because of you. But you can't do it alone, and we can't do it alone. We need the clout and capacity of the ethnic and minority communities across this country. That is why our NEA Office of Minority Community Outreach employs a community and member engagement strategy to recognize, support, preserve, and advance the critical role the ethnic minority community plays in great public schools for every student. By facilitating capacity building through community relationships and membership engagement and organizing, we believe that we will make a difference in gaining support for what we need from pre-K through 20, including community colleges, including technical schools, whatever it takes to make certain that the children and students in this nation have what they need. These are the communities that will support that work. And I must say that CTA has an incredible community outreach structure of their own, and one that in many ways NEA has mirrored in the work that we do. We all recognize that our communities are an important bridge to our success, from the schoolhouse to the State House to the White House. And I've recapped the statistics and information that is out there and prepared by others, all of which you already know. I wanted you to know that I know, and that we at the NEA are working to support your efforts so that more than half of the students who enter community colleges will no longer be labeled as or underprepared for college-level work. You wouldn't know it from the media, but across the country, educators are partnering with parents, communities, businesses, and their associations to positively transform their schools, and NEA's Priority Schools campaign was designed to support and promote their efforts. Our commitment includes a vow to work side by side with our communities, to partner in pursuit of innovative programs to measure student success and teacher quality, and to fight to attract and keep the best educators and necessary resources for the schools of greatest need. By leading permanent change in these priority schools, we will transform the lives of tens of thousands of students by significantly raising student achievement. Your pre-K through 12 brothers and sisters will send you students prepared to succeed in college and in life. So as you see, we are busy working on your behalf and on behalf of the communities and the children and students you serve. I would be remiss if I did not say that the National Education Association puts the strength of the 3.2 million members and the experience of more than 150 years of educational advocacy to work for higher education faculty and staff. The cohesiveness of NEA higher education membership is particularly important now in light of constant challenges and threats to your professional and economic rights. NEA strongly supports the efforts of faculty and staff to safeguard intellectual freedom, professional integrity, tenure, and the right to a voice in academic governance. With organizations like the Community College Association continuing to recognize strength and power and work of the ethnic and minority communities, I know that we will all realize success. Again, my sincere congratulations to our honoree, Bola Odebume, hopefully. And for Marianne, I just wish her the absolute best, and I want to thank her for being an incredible, phenomenal leader. Thank you so much.